Come on. Game is still loading. I think it finally loaded. Okay. Make sure my screens are okay. Good. Yes. Good. Okay. I had a problem with that. I decided to just double check it. Alright. First, thank you for the follow. Was it Evelyn? How are you doing today? We are back with Space Engineers Surviving Hell. Yesterday we were remodeling our capital ship. Today I spent some time off screen finishing some remodeling stuff, getting the engines up and in place, as well as freeing it from its moorings and doing a bunch of mining. So I'll go through kind of what we did today, and you'll be able to see where we are. I still have not made it airtight, unfortunately. I'm still working on that problem. However, yesterday, so we've got our jump drive up and running. It is not housed in, but it's up and running. We've got our cockpit laid out. We have solar panels on both sides of the ship. We have thrusters on the back, sides, underneath. These big ones were test thrusters to see how much torque I needed. They're actually coming out. And aside from that, we've actually got all of the thrusters in here. We have, except finished patching all the holes, but we have 2 refiners. We have 2 assemblers. I've got 2 cargo containers. I actually need to go to the other cargo container and make sure I pull everything in from that. Let's see now. Cargo containers that have stuff in them. Yeah, see, this one has a bunch of stuff in it. I do not know which cargo container this is, so that is a thing. Because I do have several small cargo containers running around. So these are locked. It's locked. That's the industrial one I'm in now. Okay, so we're good there. I do have 2 hydrogen tanks. They are, what, half full? Yeah, they're about half full. How much ice do I have left? I have 290k, so that's fine. I was gonna fix this though. I'll do that. We have the O2 gens and the O2 tanks piped in. We got some pipes going pretty much down the length of this thing now. And the thrusters. So I do have to finish piping it in. I need to finish airtight sealing everything. And I have not decided what I'm going to do at this end of the ship. Because I gotta get these out of the way and I gotta seal them. However, I did find a few things that I'm probably going to use. You know, tricks of the trade to pipe acid. We're going to get rid of this. And we're going to use some doors here. How do you find doors? There we go, 6. What kind of doors do we want? Airlock doors? Offset doors? Sliding doors? Narrow door? I mean, usually you use these for airlocks. They're the most common ones you use for airlocks. Mainly because they work really well. For that purpose. And I have them up here. They're just, not shut. And these aren't shut. Oops. So we have to craft them out. And that's our goal today, is to try and make this thing airtight. Not necessarily complete everything, but I want to do airtight at least. Because if we can get it airtight, that'll make it a lot easier to work with. The other thing you can do is you can put sensors in the doors. On the door. You can use, different types of doors so you can use sensors and stuff. And doing sensors allows you to do automatic doors if you use the hollow airtight blocks. You can be a little more creative in your building design. In this case, I'm not really being creative. I'm just trying to make us airtight. So, actually, I want to get that out of the way, because I want these to be solid blocks. Right there and right there. Do not ask me why it is green. I have no clue what color made it green. What object made it green. Yeah. So. Alright, let's go get some gas. Now, the whole base has exactly one air station right now. So, it is an issue. But like I said, once we get it airtight, we'll be fine. I'm trying to get this back end airtight. I got a roof over here, which is new. I think what we're going to do here is under glass, there's these round windows. And if memory serves, these will create a pseudo airtight space. Give me. Now, if this is actually airtight, I can add in a vent. Where's the vents at? Where did I put them? Where did I put the vents? I have vents here somewhere. It's fine. Give me a vent. There we go, vent. And we're going to put one there. Put one there. And where else can I put one in this room that would make sense? I'll probably have to punch a hole somewhere to add a vent. But it's okay. We'll see what we can do with this and see if we can get this space, airtight for us. Oh, we need more motors. And this fog in the room should go away once we're actually airtight. I believe there's a door right here that's missing. Yes, there is. So we want a door. Doors, whatever. There it is, number 6. Number 6. But in this case, I want a different door. I want to use the offset door. And down here, we're going to put a block. And we'll fill up our thing with those. Go get some more fuel. And we should be okay. Power. Now, we have power, we have fuel, we have air. We still need to put a med bay in. Oh, I see. Let's go ahead and seal the door. There we go. Now, where's my hole? I have not decided how I'm going to get from the bridge to the other decks. That's not something I've decided yet. So, make sure we seal the floor. And the cockpit should be sealed. I think. I mean, once I do the floor, I should be able to seal the cockpit. One of the things that we do have to do in the cockpit, though, is we have to get a we do have to get some way of getting air up here. And what I'll probably do is, like, take one of these walls. Like this one I'm standing on here. There's, like, this space here. And then pull up a conveyor. So that I can do that. And then we have, you know, a pressurizable room. That's assuming the room's actually pressurized. Or pressurizable. Alright. Now I can getting the I'm just going to go in here. Self thing. Steel plates. I need a whole bunch of those. Sorry, but I just need a whole bunch of steel plate. There we go. Any more holes? That's the trick to this. You gotta find all the holes, get everything welded up. Like these here might be what's causing it to not be airtight. These ones that are under the windows. Okay. So now I have no clue. Oh look, I think we might actually be airtight now. But I need to get a T-junction in here. So that we can I'll put a block here for now. Because that'll be the easiest way to get a sail. Okay, so this says current status. Access faction. Da-da-da. Are we pressure tight? It's yellow. Air vent, room pressure, not pressurized. 1 kilowatt. So we're not pressurized yet. Oh, let's take it one room at a time. I need to see what's wrong with my... Oh, I probably have something in the build manager I don't want. So what I want in the build manager is that silly vent. Okay, hold that up. Let's see now. Okay, so that takes care of that block. And then here, I want to do the 9 thing, put this in. I'm just installing it just to be a thing right now.
Energy low.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know officially if that does work. I use torque as far as I know, but I don't know if that does work. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go one section at a time. Do some old school pressurizations. So like in this case, I'm going to pressurize this room. But to do it, I'm going to use a door. There we go. However, I'm going to check this here. That. So we can pressurize that little area. And make sure that the bridge is pressurized. Because the bridge might actually have an issue. And I can't pressurize the bridge. Alright. I believe we're pressurized. Okay, so that's good. Now, what we do want to do is find that window. Nine. I want to use this. So this room here is not pressurized. But I don't know if this is why. Let's give this thing a go. close that so it pressurizes. Put the bubble in. Ooh. Come down here, grab the rest of the art. So that we can seal this off. Alright, so we're sealed. Now, if this is valid, we'll be pressurized. Okay, pressurized. Now, if I open this, we should not depressurize. Assuming it's still... Yep, it still works that way. Cool. So this room is now pressurized. It's the first room we've got that way. Now, this room... I gotta figure out what's causing this room to depressurize. You know the ceiling's fine. I think... Not that. So that looks good. That looks good. Unless it's this. No. That looks fine. That's fine. Got doors there and there. There's nothing there. Okay, that area is pressurized. Oh, I know it's not pressurized. The undercarriage. So this undercarriage makes it so that it can't be pressurized. So, I just realized that was the problem. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, I want all the steel plate you can get me because I'm gonna need it. We're gonna weld this up. Weld this up. Now see this section here. There might actually be a use for this. So, we'll have to see about that. I might actually have a use for some of that section. Definitely want to weld this up. Because I want to hide something down here. I don't know. But for the most part, we're just going to use it as, filler. This scaffolding was just so we could move a little easier while we're doing these installs. I might change this up a little bit by design, but right now I'm just going to put in whole blocks. Actually, you know what? If we do half blocks? There, half blocks. That might be a little more interesting.
Fuel
Yes, 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 yes. Oops. That was close. Ooh, that's bad. You know what? Let's just go downstairs. Because right now I don't have a way of getting up there easily. But I have a field. I have this down here that we can use. And that'll help tremendously. Okay. Now that we have that sorted out, there we go. We are over bricking because we need to make sure it's sealed. Like so, and then we go over to 3 and put in a full box. There we go. Oh, daisy. Here we go. Almost done, I think. I think once I put all this in, it'll be fine. I'll have it stand there a little longer. But what I need to do is I need to actually finish off these areas. As I use the place I can walk without having to use the hydrogen gas. I know this is the part of space engineers that's either really interesting or really boring. Because we're not really doing much. Actually, you know what I can do? I can use the polisher. This portion. Well, grinder. No polisher on this side. There we go. So, I just thought of that. I can use the welder ship here. And over here, we can just go ahead and grab a whole bunch of steel plate. Okay, so this thing was just ready to fly. It's because I was using it earlier today. Now, the rest of the bulk of this ship, I am going to grind down. With the grinder ship, but I'll do it off screen. Because that is just really boring. There we go. See, certain parts of this I had to do by hand. But in this case, up. Come on. Fine. I don't have enough up left. It's annoying. It really is annoying, but that's okay. once I get this in, and I get a few other areas completed, we should have an airtight facility. So, looks like there's a hole right here. Nope, that's supposed to be there. Okay. So on that note, all went as planned. Then this area should be compressible. Still has a hole. Where? Where is there a hole? So that was the undercarriage. Yeah, pressurized. Don't know. Is there an admin tool for that? Makes me wonder. There might be. Let's see here. Entity list, safe zones, global permissions, economy, weather, spectator, match, cheaters. No. There is not as far as I can tell. We know this actually works correctly. So the question is, what on the outside is causing us to have a hole in that room? That's the question. Alright. There are, like, scripts that can provide that functionality. I don't have any of them installed. Yeah, no. Unless it's the interior blocks? I mean, it's a possibility. Because everything else looks solid. I don't see any other mistakes. Yeah, no holes down here. The only thing I can think of is it might be the hyperdrive. If the hyperdrive isn't an airtight block, which it might not be. If that's the case, then swapping out
Inventory full.
oops. Okay, here we go. Swapping these blocks out would be the solution. Let's do this temporarily and see if this solves our problem. Because if this solves our problem, then oh, wait. Then that's it. And I may put the glass back in. But I don't know. Like I said, I may have to play with it a little bit. And I'm okay with that. Because I don't really always need to see like the hyperdrive, you know. There we go, nice and easy. I might have to put a conveyor block in up there to make those tubes airtight. But if it's just this block and everything else is airtight, then this should get us an airtight space. Nope, still not airtight. So my guess then is this needs to be a cube. Which is fine. Dump this stuff off. Grab the correct stuff. And hopefully this will get us airtight. That's my goal. If I can get us airtight, we'll be fine. That'll be one more room down. Because I don't know. Oh. That in the build. That in the build. That in the build. And apparently I missed one, which did not help my cause. But that's okay. Looks like it did not solve our problem. Maybe this one will solve our problem? Still not airtight. Why? Okay. Let's try getting rid of those interior blocks. Just for giggles. be all it is. Give me all the plate you got. We'll get this thing airtight. What is this thing's problem? Yeah, no. As far as I know, nothing behind the computers. That's a fixed wall on the outside. It's a solid wall. That roof's solid. Don't tell me it's this glass. If it is, I know how to fix it. Nope, still depressurized. What in the world are we missing? That's all pressurized. That's all solid. That's all solid. That's all solid. That's all solid. Now I check outside.
Energy low.
Check out this. What am I missing? I just realized what the problem is. It's the cargo containers. These cargo containers, they're the problem. They're the problem that's making it not airtight. Okay. So, how to solve it? Good question. Because in order to make this room airtight, I'm going to have to do something with these cargo containers to make them airtight. But unfortunately, I didn't put a space between them. I do have a space here. Next to my cryo tube. Where's the cryo tubes at? Cryo tube. Medical facilities. So, I guess the best thing to do here would be to seal this room up. Now, there's some easy ways to do this, and there's some hard ways to do this. One of the problems we have is the other side of this is an open cap. But what I'll do is put a conveyor junction in there. Now this will seal that area. And then I put another conveyor junction. This will seal this section. And this side, take this out. Grab another conveyor junction. That way I can attach something on the outside of it, but it also makes it a solid wall, so I don't have to worry about things getting through. And then we'll take this out. These small cargo containers on top will help seal this room up. Unfortunately, the O2 vent does not count as a sealing container. But what I can do, so that the H2O2 gens remain available, is go to glass 9, flip it this way and that way. Girders. Now this will keep those O2 generators accessible, but give us access to the room. Now how do we do this one? The vent goes that way. Okay. Just trying to be interesting. But for this one, I need this space to be also no. Wait, there is a block I want to use that I know is airtight. I just gotta find it. It's a 4-posted pillar. I don't remember if it's from Mod Pack or if it's from vanilla somewhere. So we'll just go through and look. All else fails, I just do it a brutish way. I always do it a more brutish way. I'd rather not, but you know how that goes. Because I can just cap up the two sides and call our die. So it's one of those options that I can do. I just don't want to because it's not pretty. I'd rather it be at least attractive. So I'm trying though. I'm looking. Now, alright, so I will say no to this for this area. Because I want to make sure that's accessible. What we'll do is we'll use small cargoes. We can maintain access to the H2O2 gens and such. And then we'll put a door in. Doors are where again? 6. Here we go.
Energy low.
I don't know if that pressurized. I don't know. Because they need energy too, so. We'll see in a second. Still not pressurized. How? Oh. How about we actually close all the doors? There it goes. So this room is now pressurized. Now for this one, what we can do is rather than do that, we'll go back to the glass thing. Oops. Maybe I can find something more aesthetically pleasing. That'll do this later. But what I want to do is not have to. Okay, so yeah. That would pressurize the room. So I can do something else with that later. Now this section down here is not pressurized. But that's because I have to put all those blocks in place. However, let's get this out of the way, and we get those big engines out of the way. We'll get the grinder ship over there and get those engines out of the way. So that we can get that lower deck pressurized. 9, 8, 7. Okay. Now the grinder ship's over here, and it should be fully charged. It is. So 7, 8, 9. And we can go down there and just grab that stuff. I'm gonna have to go down through the thing here. It feels like a submarine. It does. The particular craft feels like a submarine in this weather. My testing showed that I did not need these big engines, so I'm not gonna have to deal with them. I got enough small engines to deal with the frigate in flight. So now we can just take this out. And I will put all the facings in. Because that's what we need next. Let's get that floor face in. Alright, so 9, 7, 8. So, question now. This window's gotta go because I need this to be airtight. Alright. I can do some fancy stuff on the cover of it, but if I want. But that needs to be airtight. Sure. That's fine. Now, up to here we're airtight. And what we want to do is I think I want to do these blocks here. I need as much steel as I can get. Now, this section actually needs to have a floor. So, we're gonna have to put like a double floor here. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. I think I want this to be a lower space instead. Rather than having this space be on the same height, is the rest of it. If we lower this down one block, and say start here. I'll deal with the aesthetics in a minute. Like this. And then use half blocks. What the? Stop turning on me. No, I need half blocks. Back up. I can't guarantee this is going to be airtight. What I can do is add additional facing blocks if I have to. But doing it this way, I can also protect the jets under a static filter rather than just being globbed. Alright. And now this spine is going to have something done with that. Oh, I need dump. I don't have a dump point anywhere near here. That's an oversight on my part. Wow. Oh, wow. Really? I have no avenue to dump. Alright. I'll just make a hole. I'll put it back later. Considering I'm going to have to drill a lot of plates. Now, I think interior plates are airtight. So, that should be fine. Now, in this case, let's put that plate back in place. Oh, it's because those produce grids, not like arm blocks. So I need a whole bunch of steel again. And we'll just put ourselves through here. Yes. Now, I don't know if that would be airtight, but what I do know is that's not what I want there. Come on, dude. Thank you. A little more stack. Like that. And this block here would be a full block. Like that. But for these, because I know they're going to be problematic. Look at this way. And that takes care of the spine. Now there's some interior ones I have to deal with. And there's some, this one here I have to deal with. Alright. So that's over here. But I'm also going to need, that's not piped up. So nice actually having a pressurized environment. It really does help. Now, how's our ice doing? We're out of ice. Other gases. Ingot or components. Can't I get gas by looking at the display? So, no, it's been hydrogen bottles. I don't know if this script can actually get me the state of the gas tanks. I know there's one that does, I just don't have that particular script installed at the moment. Alright, here we go. So I need 7, 8, 9. And then we can go down and just start welding this stuff up. And then I can spot weld a few holes on the inside, as well as actually put the dividers in, because this room needs to get broken up. I think this will be airtight. Not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. It's gonna be one of those that we're just gonna have to weld it up and see. The worst thing that happens is I have to go down through and redo the corners. Yeah, the fan glider has enough, fan welder has enough thrust that I can fly up both upside down and right side up, which is really nice because it allows me to do stuff like this. I don't have to worry about orientation. I do have to worry about flipping upside down, because the back thrusters and the side thrusters aren't necessarily strong enough to keep us, upright if we're fully loaded. So it is a little risky to flip over. But once I'm flipped over, it's easy. Easy peasy. I just have to keep a couple of basic limitations in mind and we're fine. I hope I don't run out of steel plates before I finish this section. Well, speak of the devil. We'll start showing this way. So that takes care of most of it. Yeah, I still need to put like cameras on this thing, but so I don't have to go to the external view, but it's fine. I can live with this, it's not a big deal. I just have to work on it. Alright. So now, let's go forward. Told you, doing a flip like that is kind of risky. Depending on how I flip. But, what's upside down? We're fine. And it's not too risky as long as I keep myself at altitude. Now, once we actually weld up the interior, we'll be fine. Now it's just interior plating that I should have to patch in on the back end, right where those jets are. Because I have to secure those jets in some way. I also have to put doors on the front of this thing, as well as secure the side of... Wait a minute. Is that still exposed? Yes, it is. Ooh.
Inventory.
Oops. Where'd it go? It would have been right around here. I don't see it. May have fallen through the floor. It happens. Oh well. It's just a little bit of steel. My lord, I have tons of it. I have tons of steel. But now the other side is this. The other side's... Whoa. No, that's not. Okay, so I need to weld that in too. Alright, hold on. Do that real quick. Come in here and just weld these up real quick. Check to the other side and weld that in. Now, it doesn't have enough thrusters, by the way. Wait a minute. I just saw something go flying. What did I just damage? That doesn't look like I damaged anything. Okay. That's weird. Looked like something took damage. Alright, so that takes care of the exterior. Okay. We can also take those windows and open them back up again, I think. So, 9, 8, 7. Makes me wonder. If I take those... If I take one of those blocks out, does it stay compressed? It looks like that. So yeah, it looks like the... Yep. So that does stay compressed. Cool. That's like where I'm going to put the living room quarters or the medical facility. I don't know. Maybe a lounge. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided what's going where on the actual habitable deck. That's above me. So, there. Now, going through this, we're gonna have to put a temporary ramp here so we can get down here. And again, we'll put a temporary ramp here so we can get through. Right here, we want to add something. I haven't decided what we're doing with this space yet. I think that'll take care of that one's. And this front space here just needs to get revamped. I think right here, I think I'm going to change our lighting. What I'm going to do here is give myself a wall. It does not go all the way down. Well, it does, but it's going to have something here. Oops. I just haven't decided what it's going to be yet. And then, yeah, door. I have no access point down there, so. I need to put a storage container, a oxygen tank, something down here. In order to do something so I can actually get access. But it's okay. Right now, not a big deal. I just have to go through the small headache of coming all the way back here every time I want something. Just like I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this floor yet. And where these engines are is a great place to put a bulkhead anyway. Because if the engines get shot off, we want to make sure that we actually have everything we need. So, we're getting there. I just have to go through and grab everything we need. Okay. Nice. This will also tell me if both my little patch job up there and if the interior blocks are actually airtight. I think they are. And they use some for like, you know, decorative stuff. But I like to keep them. I like the idea of using the different blocks as decorative pieces. It works really well. You just gotta get creative. And a lot of people get creative with like the wheels and what is it, like the wheels and the little tubes and the barrels and stuff like that. There's a lot of different similarly decorative type pieces that you can use in order to make some really cool designs. But right now we're just trying to get this thing airtight. Survey says not airtight. Okay. Well, we've sealed the sides, the outsides, sealed the bottoms of all the containers as far as I know. We've sealed this floor, I think. The beacon's on the other side of the wall. So if we...
Energy low.
Got a couple of things that might not be airtight. I think I'll start with the ones on the outside first. Because those are the ones that are most likely going to be the problem. So, in here, this particular wall, is probably our most likely spot that we're going to be leaking from. Now, we already patched all that. Oh, I don't have enough. Which is kind of annoying. And then steel plates. There we go. Now, thing is, like, why did it do that? Once I have these placed, I'll be able to bring the welder ship and just kind of like cut the line. There we go. And that will make sure that the floor is sealed. Alright, now, and we just have to make sure we have enough steel plate. I do. So, 789. And we're good to go. Down a little bit. Take us this way. There we go. Now this should take care of the floor problem. If the floor is a problem. It will not help us if it's somewhere else. Whoa. That was close. It will not help us if it was in some other position. But it's one of those things that you gotta start somewhere. And besides, having a good floor to work with is important. So, we'll work with this here. That takes care of the floor. I think that takes care of the floor anyway. Alright. Oh, we still haven't put a door on the front of this thing. Actually, we kind of do. If I go over here to the very front. I can actually walk in over here. Ow! Why am I all of a sudden going really, really fast? Alright, so still not airtight. And that would be why. There it is. Now, granted, keep in mind that one little vent is pressurizing this whole room. And we don't have a second door over here for the airlock, so we'll fix that problem. Yes. That'll give us an airlock on this end. So we have something more. Alright, no problem. Alright, here we go. And we're good. So now we have most of our ship pressurized. The front portion is... I think I'm going to use that as a landing area for craft. But I actually want to build a far more suitable hangar space. For aircraft. But what I can do is, in order to keep our lives more interesting, what's those glass doors? Glass windows. Yeah. Don't really want to use this one because it's not really... I know these work, not the flat ones. But they're not aesthetically pleasing. I mean, I know they're airtight blocks, but I don't know. So, we have... we need gravel. We really do need gravel. Of all things we could really use, gravel is what we need. And I haven't found any on this planet. Let's take a look at our supplies real quick. The gold's all processed. I guess that's good. We have cobalt, ice, Well, we still have iron ingots, so we're okay there. Magnesium. Yeah, tons of magnesium. I got a bunch of nickel. What about the scrap? Silicon we're okay on. Silver we're fine on. Uranium, they're chugging away that uranium ore. There's nothing else to do, it's chugging on the uranium. And I am very happy with that. So, I think what I am going to do is go down to the lower section and actually dismantle some of this stuff. Because we really don't need this hydrogen generator. We don't. It was useful until I just made a bunch of solar cells. The industrial assembler is going to explode parts at me. I might add another assembler inside. I might add another assembler inside. Just like this basic refinery. See. It's fine. This whole setup down here is really only until I get it all built inside anyway. That assembler and that refinery were only supposed to be here so that I get this set up. Now that we're all set up, the access ports are useful, the large container is kind of useful. But I really need those, I need a flyby so I can put my ships in it. That's what I really need. I need a hangar down here at the end, I think. Though, I don't know. This area might do okay for a hangar space, but I think I want to put it, I think I want this to be the hangar. Because we can take these large ones out. It's large, what are the wheels or whatever. Let me get the grinder down here. Because we don't need these large wheels. And they're great aesthetic, don't get me wrong. I like the aesthetic, but I really don't need it. So interesting. I don't know how much damage was up here. That's not from what I was doing. That's from the grinders. These actual trash blocks, are they actually good blocks? Look like they're good blocks, they're just damaged. Okay, so if we bring the repair rig down here, we'll be able to do that. And this housing, I like this housing, but it's not useful. I like the idea of that. Unless I want to fire man-made, computer-made missiles out of it. It's not going to be very useful to me. But what will be useful is if we can actually build something. This has got like 2 hours of power. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually park this on top. Because this has got a... This isn't a lot. But it does have... a good enough amount. So let's go ahead and patch up this space. Steel plates. That's where this comes in. I don't need bulletproof glass. No, I need is the steel. This doesn't have any? Let's steel. Let's see that. So I can patch up these holes. I'll worry about the outside aesthetics later. I just want to get interior plates in a state that's actually functional. This area is not pressurized, so I don't care at the moment. I just want to make it towards, it looks functional. But what we do need is a whole lot of steel plate. So the grinder is going to be our friend. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to cannibalize it. Oopsie. So all of this is going. We're going to salvage all of this at some point. The trick is, it's going to take me a long time to grind it all down. But we're going to salvage them. At some point. And all of this isn't necessarily going to go back into the ship. I don't know yet. It's possible it's going to all go back into the ship. But I don't really know. But I know what I am going to do. The majority of this is going to get torn down. And that might be tomorrow's project. Where I'm just going to sit there and spend like the whole day grinding away at this shell. Just to get, the majority of it just gone. Because after looking at how this thing was set up originally, it had some huge bays. And I like that. I like the look of that. I like the usefulness of having the real large bays. I've had ships like that before in the past. So, I'm thinking I might build some pods or something off to the ends. Maybe do it like Battlestar Galactica style where they're kind of down. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But I do want to build a kind of a more bulbous nose. Because that would be the first place to, go ahead and build that. Now, this particular survival series, we're supposed to be checking out like all the planets to figure out what's going on. But unfortunately, we've been so focused on just trying to get something functional for ourselves that we've kind of forgotten about that. So I'm going to be working on this week as I have time. And then next week, our goal will be to get ourselves to whatever the next planet's supposed to be. So that we can, actually do this surviving hell series that we're supposed to be doing. Because I don't want to go back to my scrapyard series if this whole scenario is going to be this boring. I'm trying to build a heavy ship in my scrapyard series. Okay, so we have plenty of cargo space now. So that puts us right there, which is actually where I wanted this to start. Believe it or not. Slide us up a little bit. Am I smoking? I am listing though. Park this this thing right over here with the two generators used to be. That work? That works. So, my thinking is I want a different color. Let's go with the dark one. It's right here. I want to build a... How big? 1, 2, 3. That puts us outside the jet flare range. Like that. Yeah, because that brings us down to the common bottom. And then give me that. Three, 4, 5 interiors? Yes, 5 interiors. And then we'll go back up. And right here is where our area is going to kind of meet together. Yeah, that works. But in front of this is we have hangar doors. We have airtight hangar doors, and there's a couple varieties of these. So we have the normal hangar doors. We have gates, which aren't as good as the ones that are in Empyrean. They're okay. They're how big? So when you look at them, they're basically 2 blocks. So it's a 2 block by, what is this? 2.5 block gap? Let me put that in. Like that. Now, let's take this ship and see how much space it has. This ship is 3 small blocks by like 2 small blocks. That is the largest, pretty much that's the largest ship I can fit through that hole safely. So it'll be okay for like fighters, but not for anything, not for a heavy load lifter or anything more serious. So I think I'm gonna do, we're gonna park this thing. Turn off the engine. Oh. Turn off the engines. Leave the auto on, but turn off the engines. So I'm saying no. And in this case, I don't remember how many blocks I can get to. Okay, so turn you on. Thrust override. Come on. That really as high as it goes? So that's the highest it can go. And it doesn't cook that block. So that has to be an angle block. Thrust override. Zero. So we can use. Oh, wait. Let me turn you off. I don't need you on. So in this case, we want to do so on and so on. Oh. What, by the way? Like so, and then. So? Yeah, I thought. And then this can come out, this can come out, and this can come out. Now, on the outside of this, we're going to mount, well, at this layer here. Because this is the bulkhead, so right here is going to be the actual door. Like so. Now, the hangers. Now, these go like that. Oops. There we go. Twist, 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 twist. So. Like that. Now, that gives us a 4 wide multi-tall. Or would I rather go with the 4? No. If we do it this way, we have a 4 wide, 5 tall, and then the side of the hangar, we could have a wider door if we wanted one. I need air. So what I'm going to do here, recharge, and to make life easier, I'm going to grab a cargo container. I don't care about the Academy pressurization. I don't have an actual junction point out here. But if I put a container, of course I'm short tubes. Is that small tubes though? No. They're the right spot anyway. Conveyor junction. Cover here. This is just temporary, so. Is this small tubes? They do have small tubes. It's fine. We just have to put these things back together. Thank you. Now. Cryo on page. Whatever. There it is. Thank you. What does that? No, what the cryo tank. Thank you. There we go. Now we're good. So now I'll have air, I'll have fuel, and we're good to go. No, we're not leaving this on the surface. We are not leaving that on the surface, but what we are doing is just borrowing it. Because we need as much as we can. There we go. And I don't know how far I want to make this. That takes us up to where this guy is. I'm thinking this would be a great place to put that pylon in. Now this, oh wait. Yeah, that's fine. Now this pattern requires me to do this. Right? Nope, wrong one. Silly. So this goes this way. This one goes this way. That one that way with this block on the corner. And I like that. That works. That works for me. And you just keep this pattern of blocks all the way through. Oops. See, we just have to make sure we do this in such a way that the welder ship can get in here. That's the important part. So we want to make sure the welder ship can get in here. On the outside, we're dropping the guppy. That. And this one on the top needs to get swapped out. So that it's okay. And that works for me. And that'll give us a nice beginning to our first hangar bay. The problem is I'm gonna have, in order to put this in, I'm gonna have to take this whole top section out. Because I want this to come back to probably here. Here? I'd say that's probably where I want it to go. I think. Man, that's a long way. So to do this, we're going to need. What do we need for those? There. We need some computers, some motors, small tubes, construction materials. Okay. Actually, that's not too bad. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. I don't need large tubes, so we can get rid of those and save some space. Don't need the grids, we don't need interior points right now. We're going to need a ton of those, so we'll grab that. Move on to those. We need 1,000 of that. We're going to get 100 computers. 500 grids. Am I missing something? Hangar doors. Or this one here. Computers, motors. Motors. Did I grab the motors? No, I didn't. That's why I was saying I was missing something. Alright. Woo! That was good. I screwed that up real hard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to repair myself before I do this. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. To actually lose any, or they're just damaged? They're just damaged. It's fine, it's easy to do. has a nice little platform here, so. And there is nothing I need that's not on this ship. So what did I damage? Should have did something. Interior plates. I'm happy. I need to display some interior plates. Is that it? Just some displays and interior plates. Okay. It's fine for me. I mean, it's not normal to need them, but it's okay. Some displays, some interior plates. I don't need anything else, I don't think. And if I do, it's not a big deal. Because our I have access to that, so. Alright. So now from here is just start welding. There we go. Just take it up, take it up. Now these doors, there's two choices to deal with them. You can either leave them fully exposed, like this, or we can hide them behind something else. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do based on this scenario, I don't know if we have a lot of things that we need. What did this thing run out of? My goodness. What did we run out of? Steel that quickly? And small tubes. Oh my goodness. We ran out of a full medium cargo container of tubes. Of steel. And ran out of that many tubes. Wow. That is definitely a day. Alright, so okay, that's okay, no we can't. However, in here, grab a full tube of that. Get rid of that. And then here we'll grab a 1,000 of those. I have motors. Grab some interior plates. Definitely grab some more of those. Anything else? Some displays. In case I decided to do anything that's got displays. We don't need large tubes. If we need those, I'll come back. Nothing I'm using will do large tubes. Because these gates take a lot of stuff, but I'm not doing anything that's going to be large tubes. At least not right now, anyway. It's important. There we go. Now we're cooking. There we go. Easy peasy. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing like long term. I do want to get this hangar set up. I might have to add some more thrusters because of it. I'm not going to take it all the way back. I'm pretty much just going to add an airlock to it. Make it so I can bolt everything down. And then move on to the next planet. Because we're going to continue building this thing out as we go. But it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of resources. I have the resources. But the trick is going to be, getting this big Hulk broken down. It's going to take a while. There we go. Doing good. But once we get the base frame for part of this done, I'll get the system piped up. And once we're piped up, we'll be fine. So, that's the big trick. Is getting everything piped up. See, because, like, this area, taking this out here, we're going to need a pipeline, and this is going to be what I'm put the door. Really? Okay, so that's not even where the door goes. The door goes here. Actually, you know what? That would be more fun to do it that way. Have it be up a block? Yeah, because if we use this like that, battery in here. Battery. Battery. Oops. Battery. I don't know if I got this in the right direction. Well, those are all going haphazard scattered, so it doesn't matter. I don't have the length this way. And then go down to staircases. Yeah, we'll use the non-industrial stairs in this case. Like that, there, and there. Not there. I want the bricks there. Staircases next to these. So, 7. Stairs there. 9. I need the loose panels. Make them yellow. There we go. That way it looks a little more flat. And then here we'll actually put in doors. In this case, we're going to use actually, we use that there, and that there. That would make an airlock for this, I think. Now, this should have everything I need in it. Except for the bulletproof glass. That's fine. That's what it... Wow, that was close. That's what this container consists. A lot of times this thing's acting like it doesn't have the brakes. Okay, so that is pressurizing screen. If I open this one, it stays green. Stays green. There. That gives me a pressure door that I can work with. Sweet. Oh, that's... I wanted to get a... Right. I wanted this right here. There we go. See if we have the parts from here. Should. So this will get me into there. So one, 2, 3, 4, 2. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2. There we go. And I want that the same on this door over here. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do a lot of ice mining and whatnot. Oh, just mining in general. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a mess in order to get everything. But that should take care of. Yep, we're perfect. Just to make sure we have everything. I need steel plate and I don't have it. Really? That's just like... so weird. Where is it? Buddy bugger. It's just so strange. I need to have a floor. Now I can install the door. That should take care of my air tightness, but still give me access to the front and rear side of the site. Fine, where's my... I need steel plates. Never hurts to have steel plates. There we go. So now we're pressurized all the way down here, all the way down there. Why is that open? Okay. Now we're good nights. Air, hydrogen power. Oh, there's. Okay. Well, this pad looks like it's gonna be big enough. I must have to pipe in connectors down the line so that our ships can actually dock in the well. It'll be good to go. Once we get that done, we get that big enough, then I can move up the miner and I can dispose of all of this down here. And I mean, obviously we're gonna leave this intact because that's how we're moored for the time being. But honestly, the Winnebago, I don't know. Should I keep it? I don't know. Right, I am going to abuse an admin privilege real quick before we log off. I'm going to grab no tool, 0, and I'm going to use the weather control real quick. Turn that. Then F4. So this is some screenshots that we can use. The big thing about it, though, is what to do with that. So, thank you for dropping in. I greatly appreciate it if you did. This will be up with the rest of the videos probably tomorrow. Yesterday's will be up tomorrow for sure. I gotta edit it out. I just have to put it up. So this week, offline, I'm going to try and finish at least the starboard side hangar bay. I'm going to try to get to the port as well. Most of the... I'm going to be spending probably a couple hours tomorrow just grinding down the ship, so... I can't leave from here. So... Oh. There we go. So, this backside of the ship, I ain't even touching it yet. Well, backside of the ship here, I'm not even gonna touch it. Yet. I will eventually get there. It's back there. Oh, it's just a bunch of cylinders and stuff. I will get to the backside of the ship later. But I'm going to grind the front half of this ship back so that I can get the port and starboard landing areas started. They may not be done before we leave. In fact, they're probably not going to be. I just want to get them etched in well enough that we know what they're supposed to look like. So I'm going to end up harvesting back this side over here and this side over, oopsie, and the side over on the right side over there. That side of the hangar bay. And building in the new hangar bays. Once that's done, we should be good to go. Honestly, we should be good to go. It's going to take a little bit, but kind of what they want these hangar bays to look like, so. And they're similar to the ones that are below it, but not quite as big. So, that's next week's plan. So, get this trimmed down, get the hangar bays built in, and then make sure we have enough thrust. So I might have to add some more thrusters. But, that being said, we do have a goal going forward, and look for a poll or two over on either YouTube or Twitter. Let's see which series people are more interested in, because don't really have a lot of viewers for this one. So I may go back to a more hardcore survival instead. Because this one, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but I expected more from this particular series. It looked interesting, it had a nice little story hooks to it, but it just turned out to be very space engineers. So, aside from that, well, we may try a different scenario later on, because we're going to get ourselves in orbit next week. Even if we're just bolting stuff onto the side of this carrier and just taking off. We're going to go traveling and see what we can find to the next section, because if it doesn't improve, we're definitely going to abandon this playthrough, because this is not, it's not as interesting as I was going to be. So, look forward to next week us taking off and moving on with our lives, and I will see you then.